Zoe. Here at Ocean Shores Public School, we're on a mission to save our wetland. What is a wetland and why do we care? Well, a wetland is an area that is often underwater. Wetlands are really important because they provide habitat for a range of plants and animals, including threatened species, and they help keep the water supply healthy. They are also important for people because they look beautiful and are great to be in. The original Aboriginal people of this area knew how important the wetlands were and lived in harmony with the plants and animals. Today's lifestyle has more an effect on our environment as we build more houses, clear land and make more waste. The wetland and its creatures can be threatened. One example of a threatened species is the Mitchell's rainforest snail, and we're on its trail. A shell of one was found near here. Wouldn't it be exciting if we found a live one? Looking after our wetland and nature trail is also a great way to learn about caring for the environment and the creatures that inhabit it. Come with me and I'll show you where the nature trail starts. Along the nature trail there are learning stations where we learn about different subjects included in our school curriculum. This is where we try and find as many plants as we can recorded in the plant guide. There are 25 altogether.
I'm broad-leafed paper bark. My white papery bark is like many fine sheets of tissue, so it's good for wrapping things, and you can crush and smell my leaves to ease a cold.
They call me Elephant Ears. I don't know why. My real name is Conjavoy. I'm an understory plant and I've got bright red fruit. But watch out, I'm poisonous.
I'm Sandpaper Figure, and I'm easy to find because my rough leaves feel like my common name. I've got edible fruit too.
Hi, I'm Native Violet. I'm a ground cover with pretty purple flowers.
My name is Swamp Mahogany. Koalas like to eat my leaves. I've got rough bark and I'm very tall.
Grey Rush or Spike Rush is my name. You'll find me on the edge of deeper ponds. I make a good habitat for fish, for example the endangered Oxleyan pygmy perch.
There are a whole lot of other things we do here too, like collecting leaves, bark and berries, science and art activities too. Look, there's one of those plants. That's a bird's nest fern. And one of those nest boxes that Brendan from Southern Cross Uni helped us put up. There are little cameras set up in some of these nest boxes that are networked to these screens in the classroom.
This is what we found.
So we can spy on the birds and animals that set up house in them.
A beautiful little sugar glider.
I think it's great to be able to see them in their own homes. We hope to see birds like the eastern rosella, owls, bats and even possums. The idea is that we record which animals use the nest boxes so that we know who has made our wetland their home. We record other information too that helps us understand their life cycles. Here's where we get wet. We take water samples and look at them through a microscope to see how many tiny animals are swimming around in there. And we do other tests to work out the water quality.
What's helping to make the water in this area clean? What's all around here that'll be...
Trees.
Trees, that's it. So the tree roots, they filter the water as it goes into the ponds and the pools and the creeks. And what do the roots also do? What do they hold still?
Leaves.
On the edge, they put their roots down and they're holding the soil. Yeah, they hold the soil.
Barbara from Rouse Water and Christine from Darrabee Environmental Education Centre come to train our teachers so they can tell us about how wetlands keep the water supply healthy. We've learned that they help regulate surface and groundwater quality and absorb excess carbon dioxide. If you imagine the earth as a human body and the rivers were its blood vessels, then the wetlands would be its kidneys. They help cleanse the water supply. With nets, we can catch little critters like these bugs. If you sit really quiet for a while, you might see some wetland birds too, like ducks, spoonbills and swamp hens. Maybe we'll find one of those rare snails. Can you tell the difference between a frog and a cane toad? It's a bit tricky. You should never handle a cane toad because they have poisonous glands on their back. But generally a frog has smooth, slimy skin and a cane toad is rough and warty. Cane toad poles are darker and more energetic than frogs' tadpoles. We try to discourage cane toads because they are bullies. If native animals eat them, they can get poisoned and they compete with friendly frogs for habitat and resources. Here we learn about other threats to the wetlands and how having us humans living close to them affects the natural balance, encouraging weeds and creating pollution. Did you know that a celebrity has made a rare appearance around here? Our environment reporter Louis managed to get a quick interview with him before he went to his next gig in Tweed Heads. Can you guess who it is?
Louis Lamont, reporting from Ocean Shores Public School, Wetland and Nature Trail. Hi Mitch, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, man, I'm a Mitchell's rainforest snail, and I'm an invertebrate. I wear my skeleton on the outside, sick as, and I'm a threatened species, which means there aren't many of us left.
And can you tell us why that is?
It's mainly because our habitat is shrinking, man. There are houses and roads where we used to live. That's why it's so great to have wetland areas like this to hang out in. Awesome, man. Catch you later.
Thank you for your time, Mitch, and back to you, Zoe.
Thank you, Louis. National Parks and Wildlife Service have developed this great teaching resource where you can use Mitch-related activities in all different classes. Not just science, but music, maths and computers too. As one of our art projects, we've also made these great models of imaginary mini beasts that you might find in the wetland. At Ocean Shores Public School, we want to make the most of our wetland and nature trail. Regular staff training sessions help the teachers learn how to use it as a teaching resource across different areas of the curriculum. Here the nature trail butts right up against the Billinudgel Nature Reserve. This is a good place to learn about the community and its environment. There used to be a fence here, but we took it down so the animals can come and go as they please.
And put him straight down.
Our local community and wetland care is helping us put in some more plants. Before we came along, the Aboriginal people would walk through here too. This was their garden. There are lots of plants that the birds and animals can eat, and there's heaps that you can eat too, like the fruit from the lily pilly and the sandpaper fig. The Aboriginal people call it bush tucker.
This is wild ginger, and you can eat the roots of it.
Having the wetland and nature trail near our school gives the local community a chance to get involved in our school activities. The wetland and nature trail is so beautiful that we want to share it, so we organised an open day for parents, friends and sponsors to come and celebrate it with us. Dinawan, a local Aboriginal performer, and these artists came along to tell us some Indigenous stories. Some of us learned how to do dot painting and to play a didgeridoo. Wetland Care organised some planting and we showed our visitors the great microscopes and nest box technology. It was good to say thank you and it was lots of fun.
You can see heaps of little ones that you can't really see. Oh, that's awesome.
With help from sponsors and the local community, we are doing our bit to save this wetland area. Why don't you think about what you can do to conserve and rehabilitate the natural environment near your school too? As you can see, it can be heaps of fun for the students and staff at your school. And who knows, you might even find a celebrity living on your doorstep.
Awesome, man. Catch you later.